In 2050, Malaysia might not be the country you remember. Kuala Lumpur's skyline has doubled in height and halved its carbon emissions. Sabah is now an ecotourism superpower. And somewhere in Penang, a nasi lemak drone is stuck in traffic, above your head. Sounds wild? Well, here are 6 predictions for Malaysia in 2050, and surprisingly, they're not as far-fetched as you might think. 1. Smart cities, floating kampungs, and the end of flash floods. Let's start with the obvious. Climate change is real, and Malaysia is already feeling the effects. Floods, rising sea levels, and suffocating urban heat, all accelerating. But here's the twist, Malaysia is also adapting. By 2050, cities like KL, Johor Bahru, and even Kota Kinabalu could be fully fledged smart eco-cities. Imagine AI-managed traffic lights that talk to your electric car, buildings with transparent solar glass, generating their own power, trash bins that notify sanitation drones when full, and when the floods come, the kampungs float. That's not a joke. Malaysia has already piloted flood-resilient housing in Kelantan and amphibious architecture in Terengganu. By 2050, coastal villages may literally rise with the tide, powered by solar rooftops and off-grid water systems. And flash floods in KL? Eliminated. The new Smart Tunnel 2.0 doesn't just divert water, it predicts and prevents disasters before they happen, using climate-aware neural networks. 2. Sabah and Sarawak become climate powerhouses. Next, the rise of Malaysian Borneo. By 2050, Sabah and Sarawak may not just be scenic, they may be essential to global climate stability. Why? The remaining Bornean rainforest becomes a cornerstone of the global carbon market. Indigenous-led co-ops protect biodiversity while generating income through verified carbon credits. Malaysia becomes a net negative carbon emitter. Largely thanks to Borneo, cities like Kuching and Kota Kinabalu are transformed into eco-capitals. Electric ferries gliding along rivers, urban tree canopy targets enforced by law, climate research campuses run in collaboration with ASEAN universities and indigenous scientists, and tourism. Still booming, but smarter. Visitors now sleep in carbon-neutral treehouses, ride hydrogen-powered 4x4s, and get fined for feeding monkeys. Which, frankly, is an upgrade. 3. Race-based politics? Phased out. Slowly, painfully. Here's one that feels bold. Malaysia finally moves past race-based politics. Unthinkable today? Sure. Inevitable by 2050? Maybe. Here's why. A new generation of multi-ethnic, mixed-heritage Malaysians are entering the political arena. Urban youth prioritize issues like climate, tech, cost of living, not race. Intermarriage and multicultural education are slowly dissolving old social fault lines. Imagine a Malaysia where education is race-blind and merit-based. Social safety nets are based on income, not ethnicity. Political parties are issue-driven, not demographically engineered. Will this shift happen cleanly? Of course not. There will be friction. There will be politicians trying to stir the old pot. But if Malaysia survives the 2020s and 2030s without tearing itself apart, 2050 could be the beginning of true national maturity. 4. Malaysia leads the world in halal tech and artificial intelligence. It sounds unlikely, but Malaysia is poised to lead in a unique, profitable niche, the intersection of halal innovation and artificial intelligence. Here's how it plays out. Malaysia becomes the Silicon Valley of Sharia compliance. AI is used to certify halal supply chains in real time, from farm to plate. Robotics are deployed in halal food factories and Islamic fintech platforms, and more. The world's first Sharia-compliant AI assistant is developed here, helping Muslims with ethical investing, prayer guidance, and halal travel, all through a single wearable. This halal AI combo becomes a multi-billion-dollar export industry, and Malaysia is no longer just following tech trends, it's setting them. And on the academic front, Malaysia's universities partner with Middle Eastern, Japanese, and Singaporean institutes to build ASEAN's largest AI research hub, based in Cyberjaya 2.0. 5. Borneo, the next Bali. Malaysia's tourism flips the script. Tourism is one of Malaysia's strongest cards. But by 2050, it's no longer about KL shopping malls or Malacca riverboat selfies. It's about Borneo and reinvention. Here's what shifts. Over-tourism chokes out Bali and Phuket, sending travelers in search of authenticity. Malaysian Borneo offers what they can't: pristine nature, vibrant indigenous cultures, and fewer Instagram drones. So Malaysia reinvents tourism around sustainability and storytelling. You get zero-waste floating villas in Sipadan, cultural tourism run by local communities, not foreign investors. Carbon visa discounts for travelers offsetting their flights. And then there's the food. By 2050, Malaysian cuisine becomes global soul food. Laksa gains UNESCO heritage status. Nasi lemak gets its own emoji. And rendang still isn't a curry, no matter what your British friend says. 6. The education reboot, multilingual, modern, and mobile. Malaysia's education system in 2025? Overloaded, underfunded, and still fighting over which language belongs in what classroom. But by 2050? That system may be unrecognizable in the best way. Here's what changes. Classrooms are now hybrid, physical, virtual, and sometimes floating in converted buses, serving rural Borneo. Language instruction is multilingual by default. Students fluent in Bahasa, English, Mandarin, and coding. Education isn't about memorizing. It's about problem-solving. National exams replaced by dynamic portfolios. SPM retired. Teachers supported by AI co-instructors that translate, grade, and customize learning paths. And the best part? Rural students in Sabah or Kelantan have the same tools as elite schools in KL because satellite broadband and mobile learning labs finally closed the gap. Closing. What if Malaysia gets it right? So there you have it. 6 bold predictions for Malaysia in 2050. Floating kampongs and smart cities. Borneo leading the green transition. Race-based politics giving way to unity. Malaysia topping the Halal tech AI game. Borneo tourism outshining Bali. A multilingual education revolution. Will all of this happen? No. Will some of it? Very likely. Because here's what most people miss about Malaysia. It's not just diverse. It's experimental. It's chaotic. It's weird. But it's also resilient and constantly remixing itself. 2050 won't be perfect. But if Malaysia dares to lead, not copy, not chase, but lead, then the country could become something few nations ever managed to be: modern, multicultural, and truly its own. And if all else fails, at least the drone-delivered nasi lemak will still be warm,